It's in my head.
Say it.
When you say it. Welcome to this special video series, the 10 Commandments of Freelancing, where we talk about the 10 Commandments of Freelancing. This is commandment number 2, thou shalt learn to say no.
Say no.
When you say yes to someone else's agenda, you're actually saying no to a lot of things on your own agenda. So when an opportunity comes your way, you want to make sure that that opportunity actually aligns with your bigger goals. Jim Rohn famously said, if you don't design your own life plan, you will fall into someone else's. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much.
Exactly. Reminds me of a story of one of my early clients that I took on when I was first starting out as a freelancer, who wanted to build the social network for homeopaths. I can do that, and had a budget of $500. True story. And I stupidly said yes.
There's something weird going on there.
Because I thought I needed the work, and I thought I could practice my chops, and I thought I needed the $500.
Say no.
Well, 4 weeks later, I was still trying to get the thing to do the thing and to get the thing to work, and I realised it was never going to happen, and I had to sheepishly give him his deposit back and tell him that it was a no-go and run away with my tail between my legs. And I lost 4 weeks of my life that I was just never going to get back.
Say no.
You know, if you're not living intentionally and doing the things that are on your agenda, it's like being bounced around like a pinball in a pinball machine, just responding to everyone else kind of whacking you about, yeah? Yes! So we've developed a framework here to help us say yes and no to projects more effectively. We call it the client scorecard, and there are 3 simple questions. Does this client have a realistic budget for their expectations? Is this project something we're passionate about, we're going to enjoy, and we can do good work? And has the client respected our process thus far? And we get our gut feel out of our gut onto paper and then use the client scorecard to decide whether or not to say yes or no.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps. Please let us know in the comments.
Please let us notice.
Please
Let us notice in the comments.
I hope that helps. We'd love to know in the comments, what's a part of your business or life that you'd like to say no to more often?
Say no.
Please like this, share it, tag someone in you think would find this useful, and we'll see you in the next video. Commandment number 3 to help you find freedom.
Right, there's a couple of things I'm saying no to right now.
Hit me.
I'm saying no to any freaking AppSumo lifetime deal. You can roll it up and smoke it, my friend.
There it is.
Stick it.
It's gone.
There we go. Not saying frickin' no. Not buying any more bullshit software I don't need.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm saying no to is buying cheap articles from writing marketplaces for my website or my client's websites. No, not going to do that anymore because they're shit. They're bad quality. They are landfill for the internet. They are not writing. They are just content. There's no thought, no opinion, no experience. I said this before off camera, don't publish content, share your experiences.
Yeah.
And if you don't have any experiences to share, then go get some. Stop buying AppSumo lifetime deals and go break some shit and learn some stuff and then share that.
Yeah.
Whew.
Right. So you're saying no? You're saying no to that?
Actually, yeah. I'm saying no to everything. I'm saying no to everything. I'm saying no to everything except what is in my schedule for the day. That's
right.
the only thing I'm saying yes to. I'm saying yes to that at 10:30. I'm saying yes to that at midday. I'm saying yes to a Parmigiana and a pint of beer at 1 o'clock for lunch. Perfect. I'm saying yes to that meeting at 2:30. And everything else, no. No. I am saying no.
That's a football pass.
That's a football.
It's handballing it away from you.
Get the off my desk. Gone. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Have you ever said yes to a project? Let us know in the comments. Something that you're like, shouldn't have done that. You might be doing it right now by watching this video instead of getting the stuff done you need to get done. But please stay because we'd love to have you here.
Yeah.
And we want to teach you some things about saying no.
That's right.
Yeah. So what if you're already on a project? There might have been some things you said yes to, and the project went on for way longer than it was supposed to because you felt bad. Don't know why you did it. You said yes. You thought you were being helpful.
You know
why?
what?
Why did you do that?
You know what?
Say no.
think we feel sorry for people who come along and go,
I've got this idea for a website and I think it's going to be awesome. I reckon it's going to be huge and can you help me? And I've got no money.
Say no.
and we feel like we should help them just because we know how to.
Yeah.
Just because you know how to help someone and they have no money doesn't mean you're obliged to actually help them.
That's right. Imagine if you just obliged that request with everyone on the planet. You'd be pretty busy, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Be a hard life. You wouldn't be able to make your biggest contribution to the world.
That's right, and it's all about contribution. Our friend Dana Molstaff from
right.
Boss Mom, when we were out in Santa Monica, she was at our event. She said something. We were on stage on a couple of little bar stools. I was sitting next to her. I almost fell over because what she said was so powerful. She said, stop being helpful and start being impactful.
Yeah. Big difference. Massive difference right there.
Huge difference.
Yeah. Pretty much every 2 minutes of her speaking was like,
Oh,
okay,
man.
whoa, slow down. Can we rewind the
Yeah.
tape? Because that was epic. It
I
was
would
amazing.
say yes to a conversation with Dana Molstaff any day of the week because she blows my mind and I learn so much from her and she's awesome. Which means I then have to say no to other things, right?
Exactly.
So, what have you said yes to recently that you shouldn't have? Leave a comment in the underneath wherever you're watching this, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Snapchat, Insta Stories, I don't know, wherever you are. If you're like a VHS maybe. If you're watching this on a VHS or a DVD, if you're watching this on Apple TV, write a comment out, stick it in an envelope. Oh, go on, I dare you. I dare someone to write a comment out about this video. I'm going to set a challenge here, right? Write a comment out about what we're saying on this video right now. If you've ever said yes to a project and you knew that you should have said no to it and it eventually bit you in the ass because you didn't listen to your gut instinct, write a story out on a piece of paper, put it in an envelope and address it to Troy and Simon at Silence is Golden, 231 Chapel Street, that's CHAPEL Street, in Pran, PRAHRAN, Vic 3181. I dare you. And if you do, we'll open it and we'll read it on the show.
100%.
There you go.
But for anything else that you're going to do,
Say no.
There you go.
Max, he's good.
Yeah.
He is good, isn't he? Cool. So some of the things that you can do to help you say no, it's by having a bigger yes, right? Like
Yeah.
the right kind of
absolutely,
project to
man.
work on or the
Yeah.
right kind of client. And to get clarity into the right kind of client, we actually have a perfect client worksheet to help you say no. So yeah, working on things because you can, like someone's project, someone's brain fart idea that they've got, doesn't mean you actually should. It's not going to help you. And it probably won't help them either, just by saying yes to it. Right? So yeah, you can't be everything to everyone, and yeah, it's easy to say no when there is a bigger yes. So getting absolute clarity about your perfect client is essential.
And I think a lot of that comes down to, oh, hello, that was fancy. I think a lot of it comes down to your vision and your why, right? Now, in Melbourne, we are mad fans for a sport called Australian Rules, otherwise known as the Australian Football League, AFL. And the season started last weekend. Who do you barrack for, by the way?
St Kilda.
Oh, how'd they go?
Is that a trick question?
No, I actually don't know.
Me neither. No, I don't really watch,
They lost,
to be honest,
right?
man.
They
Yeah,
lost.
No idea.
My team lost, Adelaide lost, and my wife's team, Melbourne, also lost, which was very disappointing. But what I realised is there is one goal. Well, actually, there's
Wait a second. yeah. What game?
actually
were you
there's
watching?
goals at each end of the thing. There's one objective for an AFL player.
Most sports, really.
If you imagine you're an AFL player or an elite athlete, right? There is one objective over the course of the season. Now, the season here in Melbourne runs for about 7 months of the year, right? It's a big thing, right? And it's pretty much all we talk about apart from work. We sleep, eat, work, and watch football,
Footy.
right? Now, there's only one objective for an AFL player, and that is to win the premiership, to win the flag. Actually, it's not a flag; it's a cup. They get a flag as well, but it's called the flag, right? But the whole objective for that 7 months is to win the flag. Now,
helps
I
to have
imagine
clarity,
if I'm
doesn't
correct, if I'm an AFL player and I'm training my little tush off and keeping myself in shape and I'm on my keto diet and I'm doing all my weights and I'm, running and practicing my ball skills and everything and I'm meditating and doing everything right, and someone comes along and says, hey mate, do you want to join this six-a-side soccer club that we've got going on that plays every Tuesday night down in Moorabbin? Probably going to say, no.
Say no.
Why are we going to say no? Because if I go and play six-a-side soccer on a Tuesday night, there's a strong chance that I might get injured.
Yeah. Or
And
go
that
out and have beers with the
Or
boys
go out and have
after.
beers with it, and put on a little bit
gonna
of
help, mate.
What happened to you drinking beers on a Tuesday night after the soccer, eh? And that detracts me and lets my team down from our objective.
So getting clarity about the objective. It is something that so many people just are not clear on. Like, what do I want to achieve? Like, I don't know. So I'm going to go look on AppSumo and see if the answer
buy
is
some
there.
software, that's right.
Woohoo. Let's get ClickUp. No,
I bought
Asana.
some,
No,
yay.
Trello. What are you using? Let's go on
Yay.
Instagram. Oh, that life looks
Yay.
amazing. No, say
Yay.
no. Stop it.
Yay.
All right, focus.
Get clear about
on
your vision.
objective.
Get clear about your
Vision
vision. Get clear about your vision.
Vision,
Why
objective.
does your business exist, other than the fact that you're unemployable, which is okay, because so are we. That's why we're here. Why does your business exist? It's got to be about more than you. Your business can't just exist because you're unemployable. Your business exists because you want to have an impact in the world, right? Life is short, my friends, and there is no dress rehearsal. So don't waste the time between when you're born and when you die buying frickin' lifetime deals on AppSumo. Spend that time wisely and have an impact on the world. What impact do you want to have? Our good friend Mike Killen helped me phrase this sentence in Miami a couple of years ago at one of our mastermind events. He said, I imagine a world where, and you fill in the blanks. I imagine a world where every digital marketing freelancer on the planet has a profitable and sustainable business that supports them and their lifestyle. And I can say that off the top of my head, underwater with a mouthful of marbles while I'm asleep, because it is drilled into my brain, because that's why we do what we do. That is our vision.
That's pretty epic. I like that.
There we go.
What's yours? Let us know what your vision is. Type it into the comments. It might be long. It might not be quite as clear as that, but just have a practice and just let's get this out of our heads and keep workshopping that. The more you say it, the more you'll refine that over time.
And the clearer your vision, right? If you get clarity around your vision, then you get clarity about who you want to help, which we're going to talk about in a moment. Your perfect client worksheet. Have we got something like that, right?
We
Your perfect
do,
client
we
worksheet,
do.
right? So there's a few questions you've got to answer. Why? That's your vision. Who? That's your ideal client. What? That's your sweet spot. What do you actually do for your clients in order to bring your vision to life? And the other what is the mission that you're on over the next 12 months. What mission are you on over the next 12 months in order to bring your vision to life? These are some of the questions you've got to be thinking about. And I promise you, if you spend time thinking about these questions and get clear on the answers, it gets very easy to
Say no.
Now, if you would like, so these questions, why, what, who, when, where, how, if you would like to try and figure out the who, and you want to figure out your perfect client avatar, who is the person that you want to help to realize your vision, then just leave the word say no in the comments near this video, and we'll reach out to you and let you know where you can go and grab that perfect client worksheet.
Excellent. So we did actually speak to someone who has their perfect client and they've worked with them for quite some time. Peter Freeman, you interviewed him on the podcast.
I did.
Yeah, which takes us to the nugget that is gold.
Time to dig into the gold nugget.
We decided, and it's only been 2.5, 3 years ago, that we decided, okay, we're going 100% down the tourism path. We redid our website. We took everything out of our portfolio that was non-tourism related. And it was basically just going hard at that. That's the short version of it. Obviously, there's a lot more.
That's brave,
water under
like, to actually take stuff that you're proud of, even, you know, you might be proud of it, but it's not quite the perfect audience, to take that out of your portfolio. How do you manage, because I know many people watching this, many of our Elevator members and many people who are fans of the podcast, one of the big conversations we have about niching down, or niching down as they say in the other hemisphere, is managing the FOMO around, well, if we just go all in on the tourism marketing, you know, what about that accountant who's potentially got 20 grand for a website? Are we going to miss out on that work? So how did you manage the FOMO? And the second part of that question is, do you actually say no to non-tourism work?
Initially, no. So initially we still had contacts and networks that we had where we were accepting work from non-tourism clients, but the shift we made was to make sure that our marketing was attracting more of the work we wanted to do. And the FOMO is real. At the time it was very much, I don't know if this is going to work, and when we hear see all the success stories of all these other agencies niching down and being just one true version of themselves and knowing clearly what that is, but you always have that perception that, well, they must have done something tricky in the background to make that happen. Like, normal people can't do that stuff. So, so you kind of get that. It's a little guy on your shoulder basically saying, well, you can't do it. It's not going to work. But what we did start doing a lot more of was building a lot more networks around us with people in the tourism industry. And just by specialising in tourism, you naturally want to be the specialist for your clients. So you don't just know about building a website, which I think is one of the biggest challenges for most traditional web developers, web agencies. They're very good at building websites. They don't necessarily understand their clients' businesses to the depth that they can be the trusted advisor, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
So my own personal approach to that is to be the guy that knows just as much about the tourism industry and how the marketing works in tourism, because it's fairly unique with tourism. I mean, marketing's marketing at the end of the day, but the way it works in tourism is different to marketing an accountant or marketing a plumber or whoever.
Yeah, and it's really competitive in the tourism industry.
It is, and there's some great stuff happening out there with Australia particularly. Australia's held up on the world stage as sort of a leader in digital marketing and tourism and that sort of thing. So there's established networks, there's established business structures around tourism. So for me to be effective in helping our clients, which are, if we put them in a box, our ideal client is a regional tourism destination and the businesses within them. We came from a regional background, so that's our fit. That's what we understand. So those challenges that our clients face, we know them, we live them, but we also make it our job to understand.
So if you would like to get some clarity around who your perfect client is and you'd like a little worksheet to fill that in, just leave the words "say no" underneath this video and we will reach out and get you that worksheet.
So that worksheet is actually part of our pre-flight module, which is full of lots of other fantastic gold as part of the WP Elevation Blueprint. So that's just one of the modules. If you want to know what the other modules are and if you want to learn about the roadmap, essentially the blueprint to help you build a successful WordPress consulting business, then check out the webinar that we've got. You can check that out at wplinks.io/webinar. Jump on, have a look and see if that's right for you, and then join our program.
Perfect, there it is. The link is on the screen there. All right, now, having said all of that, sometimes you do actually need some tools to drive your business. I'm a big fan of this tool because I actually use it to generate leads and get complete strangers to book in discovery sessions and then turn those discovery sessions into paying clients. So, right now, let's take a look at the tool of the week.
Get ready for Tool of the Week.
Now, just before we show you a shiny widget and get you all excited and give you a dopamine hit like you know is coming, before we do that, I just want to preface this by saying this again. If you have no immediate need for the tool that we're about to show you, and it does not get you closer to realizing your vision, what are you going to do with this tool that we're going to show you? You're going to say no.
Say no.
So I just want to preface that. Having said that, if you do have an immediate need for a very, very, very clever form builder for your website that includes conditional logic, and the way I use this is I have people sign up, go through an application form to apply to work with us. If they don't meet the criteria, I throw them off to what I call my NQR page, which is, I'm sorry, you're not quite right, I can't help you. You're not the best client for me, please. Got a full dance card, can't help you, love your work, I'm sure you're fabulous, but go away. If you do make it through the criteria, the conditional logic then puts you onto my Calendly page where you can book in a time for a discovery session. That's why I use this tool, because I'm very clear about what my vision is and what I need to do to get there. And this tool helps me automate part of that process, speed up my efficiencies, and improve my profitability.
And you don't get that by changing tools all the time,
You
right?
don't.
You pick one and you stick to it. There are lots of
Correct.
other tools that achieve a very similar thing, but the one that we use is Gravity Forms. And if you are one of our WP Elevation Blueprint members, we actually have a template for the form that Troy is talking about right now that you can just download the JSON or the XML or whatever, you know, file extension that is relevant, and you can import directly into Gravity Forms. And then just change the email there, because otherwise it'll all go to Troy.
It does.
All your leads
That's
go
right.
to Troy.
That's right. Yeah, which is
Yeah,
part of
someone's
our,
got to pay for this
part of
business, and the
that's
studio
right.
and everything, basically.
It's part of our secret sauce there. So Gravity Forms is an amazing tool. It's a great drag and drop form builder. I've been using it since before it was even a thing. In fact, I think it was my idea.
How was that possible?
I think Carl Hancock ripped the idea off me. I think I gave him the idea and he ripped it off, but good on him. He's done well with it. It's a great drag and drop form builder. It has conditional logic built in, which is awesome. I love a bit of conditional logic, which means if they answer this to this question, show this question. Or send them to a completely different thank you page, which is awesome, love that. And it's also got some really cool extensions. You can use it to plug into ActiveCampaign or whatever CRM you're using, and you can also have sliders so people can say, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it that your team win the championship this year? And they go, well, yeah, very important. So it's got some interactivity stuff which helps conversions. Gravity Forms is absolutely my favourite form builder for WordPress. Love it, been using it for a long time. And we don't get paid to mention this, by the way. We're just trying to help you out. But again, I'll say this, if you don't have an immediate need for a very easy, sophisticated, complex form builder for your website, and it's not going to help you achieve your vision, then say no.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's this week's tool of the week. Of course, you know, that is something to help you get unstuck in your business. And we've had some of our community have asked some questions. So now we're going to help get them unstuck.
Let's get unstuck.
Love this one from Leslie Sorrell. Leslie, I first met Leslie in Philadelphia when she came to our Philadelphia Mastermind back in 2017. Actually, it was 2016, December 2016, just the week before WordCamp US. We had a Mastermind event in Philadelphia and Leslie was there.
Good timing for the US WordCamp. Well placed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No accidents there.
No accidents.
Leslie says, when, ... question mark. Got an email from someone looking for a 5-page website, which is kind of up my alley, and his budget was okay, but he just sounded weird and demanding, and didn't follow my process, in brackets, which is to fill out the website worksheet that we were just talking about. So I said, thanks, but no thanks. You might look into Squarespace with that budget and timeline. Hashtag, trust your gut. Hashtag, no sketchy clients. Leslie. Absolute golf clap. Well done.
Golf clap
that
for
is
Leslie
awesome.
Sorrell.
Saying
Well
no.
done.
It's an empowering thing, isn't it? That
It
is
is.
absolutely a win. No
That's
question
right.
mark at all. That's
And
a massive win.
Leslie's just freed up a lot of her time and potentially 5 or 6 weeks of hell that she can now focus on positioning herself as the authority for her perfect client.
Amazing.
And make room in her business to attract the right kind of client. Well done, Leslie, for trusting your gut and trusting in the process. Another question from Natalie Zisman. Natalie says, Simon, what does freedom mean to you? I'd love to know.
Ooh, this is a lightweight question here. Freedom to me means the ability to manage the time and the activities that I do with my life exactly how I want.
Yeah. Dan Kennedy has got a great saying. He says, work with people you like on projects you enjoy for the fees you deserve, because life is too short to do otherwise.
It's a pretty good tip.
Bill Murray also says, life is short, so do shit that makes you happy.
Yeah. It's pretty simple when
It's
you
very
really
simple,
break it
man.
down.
It's very
too.
simple. It's
Yeah.
very simple. We just complicate the shit out of things because we think we have to be doing all these, you know, like it's very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we make life more complicated. My theory on this is definitely a segue here, but my sister called me on the weekend and she was stressing out about life admin stuff.
Right.
And she's just like, oh, I've got to organize this and AGL this and I'm on chat and it's too hard and my friend says, don't worry about it, it's okay, just do whatever you want with your Sunday anyway. Don't stress about this life admin crap. She's like, you don't understand, work life is hard. And I was like, well, Michelle, my sister, I was like, I think, like my theory is there's no bears that are hunting you right now.
That's right.
So your level of stress many years ago would have been severely increased because you would be worried about your safety at all times.
Bears.
So that level of stress, we've kept that.
Yeah.
And we just invent that in our current society with
this
our
is
friends
good.
and our job and whatever else. What am I going to do with my life? Self-actualization.
like it.
And there are no bears. So now I just say, if she's stressing out, I'm like, Michelle, there's no bears.
There's no bears.
Chill out.
There are no bears.
It's all good. No bears here.
Let me tell you a story about bears. We went hiking in 2010 in Zakopane, which is right down the south of Poland, in the Tatra Mountains.
Wow.
And we got some very, very, very bad advice from the locals.
Poke the bears.
We walked up, we were very unequipped. We were told, right, that all you do is you walk up this mountain, which will take you about 4 hours, and there's plenty of restaurants and places along the way to stop and have a drink and get some food and top up your water bottles. And when you get to the top, you just walk around this little ledge along the top of the cliff, and it's perfectly safe. And you get the what are they called? The car, you get the cable car all the way back down to the village where you started.
Sounds magical.
Yeah. Bullshit! That does not work.
That does not work.
In reality, what happens?
First of all, there is nowhere to fill up your drink bottle except in the stream, because right in the middle of the Tatra Mountains there are these 5 lakes, right?
Right.
Spectacular, by the way, amazing experience. We got right up the top, we'd run out of water, we had no food, we'd been hiking for 4 hours, we were in runners, right, not proper hiking boots. We got to the top, another Danish couple had just come around the ledge where we had planned. We're like, all right, so now we're exhausted, we have no water, no food, but that's okay, because all we need to do is walk around the ledge, around this little kind of peak, to where the cable car is.
And just cruise on down the mountain.
No. There's no cable car there. No. There's no, that's wrong. There's no cable car. This Danish couple telling us there's no cable car. And by the way, around the corner where the ledge is, it's the middle of summer, but around the corner there's ice, there's snow, there's ice, right? And there are chains, and you'll need to pull yourself on the chains. You need to pull yourself up and over this ice and through these kind of glaciers to get to the other side. And then there's still no cable car. Yeah. And this Danish girl looked at my wife and I and said, "Well, I don't know. I mean, with those shoes, I mean, it's your life. But with those shoes, you know, no." Yeah. So it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We know that when it gets dark in the Tatra Mountains, there are bears, right? So my wife and I went, okay. My wife turned to me. And basically, I'd never seen her so petrified in her life. She looked at me and she said, "I'm scared." And I said, "Me too. Let's go back the way we came." Yeah. So we spent another 4 hours, no food, no water, trekking down the mountains, trying to get out of the car park before the sunset, and the bears came and ate us.
Crazy. What did the Danish couple taste like?
That's fantastic.
Sauce.
They tasted like a Danish.
Lovely.
Yeah, so don't talk to me about bears. And don't go hiking in the Tatra Mountains without being properly equipped, because there are no restaurants and cafes and places to fill your water bottle up. That's just horse shit.
Mm-hmm. If someone says do that, you just have to
say no.
All right? Yeah, cool. All right, so if you want access to the perfect client worksheet, say no in the comments and we will hook you up. It's been a lot of fun saying no. I've been very passionate about this one.
Yep.
It's probably one of the key things to life and your business, so remember to say no.
Hey, we'll look forward to seeing you again next week on Silence is Golden. Until then, I'm Troy Dean.
I'm Simon Kelly. Remember, knowledge is power.
And silence is golden.